It was announced today by the general manager of the Los Angeles Angels, of Anaheim, of California, of the West Coast of the United States, of the Western Hemisphere, of the planet Earth, of the solar system, of the Milky Way galaxy. The third baseman, Anthony Rendon, is facing what is being termed as an extended absence from the team. A long-term absence from the team yet again. And usually when you think of oft-injured professional athletes, you think about what could have been, you think about what might have been, you feel sorry for them. This case is a lot different for many sports fans. In the case of Anthony Rendon, when you see that he is going to have surgery at the start of spring training, the thought that comes to this sports fan's mind is that he is the worst man in North American pro sports outside of violent criminals. He is everything that pro sports fans in this country exaggerate about when they talk about their disdain for extremely wealthy, entitled adults playing children's games for millions and millions of dollars. When you see comments on the internet about these crybaby, weak players, it's usually hyperbole, but not the case when thinking about Anthony Rendon. Anthony Rendon rose to prominence as a third baseman with the Washington Nationals and helped them win a World Series in 2019. It just seems like it's so far away. It's hard to believe that he was on a team that won anything. Because since he left the Washington Nationals to sign with the other Los Angeles team, he has done pretty much next to nothing. He's given more comments about his dislike for the game that pays him $35 million a year to do absolutely nothing. He's got more comments about that than his dedication to the sport and to his teammates. And then he hides behind, oh, I care more about my family. You don't think the other players care about their families as well? Is that any excuse for the fact that you have made it very clear that you don't love the sport, you don't love the fans, but you're real quick to take the money for it? Oh, I don't like all the things that come when being a professional baseball player. Well, then you should go play in the independent circuit where they make nothing. Or better yet, I got a better idea for you, Mr. Rendon. Why don't you go out there and get a real job like everybody else? Since you think baseball is so boring. Since you put everything, oh, I love God more than I love baseball. You're sitting there taking Artie Moreno's money for services not rendered. And you think that's okay. You're totally fine with that. But you're this principled man of God and family. Oh, I just do this to take care of my family. You're basically just stealing money at this point. I've seen some things on the internet today about his injury. Nobody seems to have any sympathy for the guy. People are like, listen, it's time for you to retire. But do you think he's really going to do that? He's got another $35 million to collect this season and in 2026. Is it any wonder why the Angels have won absolutely nothing? You can make the case that Rendon's attitude is one of the reasons why Shohei Ohtani is on the other side of town now. Why would he want to be on a team where one of the players who is supposed to be a leader, that is making leader money, is saying, you know what? What I do professionally, I don't care. F the fans. I don't care what anybody thinks. I don't care that I'm not living up to my contract. I signed the contract. I don't care what happens. Just send those checks. And outside of the dog fighters and the SA guys and the abusers and the unalivers, outside of those guys, Anthony Rendon is the worst type of person that professional sports has to offer. I want your opinions down below. Let me know what you think. If you could think of another player that's worse, please let me know who that is and tell me why. I'm Dr. Evil for TSP. See you in the next one.